Hi guys, good afternoon. It is the 28th of the 6th, 2019, 11:13 a.m. London time. I hope you are well, I hope you are healthy, I hope you're happy. Thank you for tuning in today. And yes, we're going to get into Bitcoin. After that, we get into alts. Right, I don't need to go over higher time frame with you too much. What we'll do is we'll go to the 3-day chart and it shows basically that, look, this weekly support region is holding us right here. Yeah, whap, whap, bang, it's holding us. Weekly isn't done yet. That weekly close is pivotal for our buyers, absolutely pivotal, right? If we can stay above an area of support and if this can make some ground, we're good, right? Otherwise, it's shifty to make decisions on the weekly. Weekly implies downside, right? So with that said, the weekly is not helpful right now. It was yesterday. Or let's just say the weighting of the weekly candle is not useful until the weekly closes, of course. So then, yesterday was a very red day. One should know a lot of volume was absorbed down here. First point. Second point is this is a very bearish candle. One expects a retest and a further move down. Typically, right? Typically. That's what typically happens, is that you expect a retest and you expect a movement down, down, down. So we're going to get into lower time frame stuff for trading today, and then we're going to ask how this thing can roll out with 3 different scenarios. So look, we've had a movement down, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower lows, lower lows. We squeeze in this wedge and we break out. So if we extend this low, high, low, what do you find? Okay, you find that there's confluence up here, right? That one-to-one extension ends at 12250, but it makes sense to run these stops up here. So this area is the first area I'm interested in today. Okay, 12.3836 or whatever it is, 12.317 to 12.319, right? It's just below 2400. What you're looking for as a trader on the short side is basically you want to see that go whap like that, right? And you want, if you're thinking of shorting, you wouldn't really go further than this weekly support level here, right? This last support level. So like this, whap, 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 wham, right? And at that weekly support level, what you want to be doing is assessing the strength. So shorting and longing here, if you're trading, involves a little bit of skill. Say you went short here and then you saw a structure break, went short. You would need to monitor it and you could assess if there was a bounce here and get out, right? If this loses ground and it comes down and retests, it's probably going to take out this low, right? But it's purely circumstantial at that point. It could just come back down here and then move up. But there are quite a few things to be had. If you're not a trader and you don't know how to plan for many different situations, what's the key? Buying dips, as long as this monthly stays how it is, okay? Buying dips means buying into capitulations at supports, removing fear. Now, it's not investment advice. I've been through this with you guys before. You need to watch my other videos if you haven't been watching this, right? How to, why to, when to. So we have one scenario, which is like this. Whap, 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 bang, whap, like that, right? And at this point, you assess what occurs. This is a switch point if that happens. From there, we can do a few things. So that's the first scenario. Second is going like this. Take out this high, retrace back down, come back up, right? And at that point, bang. You look for divergence up there and you wait for a short. And I'll show you why that's a significant area shortly. Actually, I'll do it now. Take the retracement from up here down to here. What do you find? 75 and the 78.6 level is here, right? What confluence do we have? Again, let's just bring out the confluence so we can find the algo stuff. You're looking for a reaction either as this 61.8 or the 75. The 75 is better for me, right? Because you have price hanging around here. Is that clear? So you have this level of price that's fairly respectful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's just a general area. I don't know the exact level. You'd have to find it out there. So we have a few rejection areas today. Now the bullish scenario is like this. We go like this, go up, come down, go up, come down, form compression, right? And then blast out again, right? Depending on where that extension is hinting at us to move, it will show you whether we break out or not. So there will be an opportunity to buy to long heavily if we do that. So if we move up, for example, like that, and then move back down to this area and then break out. So form compression on a lower time frame and break out. If that movement is, the implication of that movement is over this high, what do you think will happen? Right? Higher targets will be met. And at that point, it's most likely FOMO will kick in. Is that understood? So that's the second thing that we must be planning for. Number 3 is a bearish retest. Going a higher time frame. Right? Not helpful. So a simple bearish retest, a deep bearish retest like this. Wham, 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 wham. And then back down. In that case, you'd be looking to extend that out and look to just below monthly support at 90, anywhere between 9,800 and mid 8s. It's not a Nostradamus thing. You wait until that happens. Is that clear? So those are the 3 opportunities. Now, where is the point where one must be the most cognizant and most visually active, right? And it's if we do something like this. Again, this is just painting some scenarios. But if we do that and come back down, it is at this consolidation here that one must be most visually active. Because if that breaks out there, it may insinuate again that we move up. If it breaks down, okay, it may insinuate that we make a move down past monthly support. So, again, this is traders analysis. If you're an investor, buying dips is the game, right? It's not overcomplicating. It's not rushing. It's just putting in small amounts of capital. My bias is fairly neutral this morning, slightly bearish, right? Slightly. I want to see us move just past this monthly support into the 9968 region. Okay, monthly support worked well for us previously, and I barely knew anyone else that was posting that stuff. Do you remember right here that I said, okay, this monthly support is going to hold us? Who do you know that was saying that same thing? No one, right? And it blasted off. Whether or not I longed it all the way to 13,000, I did give you guys a long trade at 77 to 9,000, right? That was the reason. So I'm just playing with the knowledge of a few different scenarios right now and keeping these fib retracements in action, right? So we're just looking for a rejection at a fib retracement and price action level. All right, that's the Bitcoin bias done. It will be updated as time comes, but as I said, you've got to put in the work right now in order to outclass the majority, right? You have to. Let's see if we can form a rising wedge like that and spill. So you're looking, again, to recap. Scenario 1 is we move back up, down, and whap off. Scenario 2 is that we move up and back down. Scenario 3 is that we move up and form a range like this, right? You need to understand what you're looking for. You need to absorb the different ideas and things that can happen. With that said, I'm going to look at some complementary charts. One being the total market cap. Total 2. All right. Something interesting I have for you guys. Very clear stuff. Very, very clear stuff. I've moved from coin signals because it wasn't representing the market cap accurately, right? This is completely different to what I was seeing on coin signals. And what it shows is that we've reached a major area of support in the altcoin market. Simply put, if we break here, it's go balls deep in some altcoins, right? I'm looking at Ripple and ADA, right? These are the balls deep altcoins I'm looking to go into. Right here, bang, bang, 91% profit potential. I don't think this level will hold us. I think we go right to the range high. Now, being a support today, it means that some altcoins are in play, right? If you look at this total, this is extremely clean. It's what Elliott waves will say to you. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with divergence at the low to give you the 5, right? Strong divergence. So because I was using the coin signals trade market cap yesterday, I missed this. But what this is hinting at is a return move to the upside for some altcoins on retest today, right? Same thing that Bitcoin is showing. And it's most probably going to be Bitcoin that carries it. What's that retest? 6%, right? So we have the intraday bias and we have the macro bias. Intraday bias for altcoins is up, in my opinion. Macro bias is between a rock and a hard place. We're looking for a break of 140. So let's look at how that paints itself on altcoins. I've gone long, scalp long on Ripple this morning. Just keeping it simple. So I'm expecting for Ripple this level to hold us, this blue level. I mean, we're slightly moving just below it, but this all, wait, let me go to the higher time frame so you can see. This block right here, sorry, I'm expecting to hold us and for this to move higher. So for Ripple, right, if we are to coordinate, I'm looking at something like that for Ripple. Is that understood? Why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clean waves down, you have divergence at the lows, and what you do is you extend this out to this, and what you find is a movement to 4-3. So I've been accumulating little bits, small bits, and a move to 4-3. This scenario can be painted onto other coins, Tron, Litecoin, whatever you want, right? For Litecoin, I'm looking at shorting this motherfucker, right? So, excuse my French. Same thing, but for Litecoin, I'm looking at shorting, right? Now, one could say, oh, Litecoin, halving. That's exactly what I'm saying, right? That's exactly what I'm saying, is the dumps that come in by halving. Now, the weekly support is here. We're below it right now. If we get back above it for too long, short scenario is off. But for me, Litecoin is a prominent short at the 125 level. Let's assume this entire structure is done. Let's find price action levels to find confluence at, looking towards 97. This is excellent. This is how I feel, right? I feel Litecoin's going to move 20% to $97 after a retest. That is a graph in itself. I haven't correlated that with the Bitcoin pairs. We can look at the Bitcoin pair and we could say, well, you know, yes, it has come down further, but it has still range to go down. It still has areas to go down, right? Just the bias because of the halving narrative. So I'm just keeping to Ripple this morning. Algo, let me check Algo. So I've been along on Algo, as I did say to you guys. Some of you did profit yesterday, so well done. It's currently sitting at break even. We're at this block right here. I think I will leave my positions, right? Because this retrace has been far too steep for me right now, right? Far too steep. So I'm going to leave my positions to slightly break even today and just reassess at a different time. Doesn't feel right that we break out past this high and retrace and disrespect it. Is that understood? So either here you get rid of it, or if you want a bit of profit, 148. Is that understood? Some things work, some don't, unfortunately. We could ask on a lower time frame, is that showing any kind of structure? No. We have 1, 2, and have a melt up and a move back down. You look at the Bitcoin pair, what do you have? Also a meltdown of the structure, right? Doesn't look good, so I'm out. Simple, cut losses. We will get a return move to the upside today, in my opinion. But yes, for Ethereum, right? Ethereum is looking more bullish than Litecoin, for example, right? Why do I say that? Well, yes, we're forming this horrible weekly candle, but we're at support also. So we're between a rock and a hard place, right? It's being respected, put it that way. This entire block is being respected. Ethereum, tough one to call. Tough one, right? Highly dependent on Bitcoin. But today, it's also due a retest of a higher level. Where's that higher level? We're looking at 320, right? So Ripple and Ethereum are the day trading majors for today. Support region is here. Setup is like such. If you're looking to get in, that is, right? These are simple one-to-one trades that require small amounts. So I wouldn't be too greedy with the way one is trading today, in my opinion. I hope that helps, right? I hope that helps. And guys, listen, you really have to tune into those videos because they're pivotal in following the markets and understanding things that I post and just locking into the platform in general, right? We have a few members that don't tune in regularly and you can see the difference. You know, I put in a lot of work in these every morning to make sure I both educate you and fully show you how I'm objectively looking at the markets. And if you would like to learn from me, this is how you can learn, right? Even in scalping, these are the same things that I employ in scalping, just in real time and very quickly. I have a few questions about people asking me how to scalp, you know, or hey, can you show me some videos? Yeah, that's fine, no problem. But you can also learn from this, right? I'm showing you how I look at markets, and it doesn't change from higher time frames to lower time frames. That said, I'll be posting up some graphs shortly. One more thing we want to look at is KCS, but we'll do that on the altcoin video today, right? I've gone long on KCS again, with probably around 65-70% of my stack. I'm just buying small amounts back up to my entry point. Thank you for tuning in today, guys. Good luck. Peace.